Why are we here? Some of the numbers were shared in this report. You're not alone in what I would consider the public health crisis or epidemic of traffic safety going in the wrong direction. Last year, 2016, sorry, it's not showing, but 2016 had more than 40,000 traffic deaths in the US. That 2-year increase from 2014 to 2016 was the biggest increase nationally that we've seen in 53 years. We were doing better. We weren't doing great, but we were doing better over the last 50 years. Things were kind of lowering and steadying. The last 2 years, big increase up. And I really appreciate this quote from the National Safety Council. A lot of it, I think, comes down to the idea of complacency. Obviously, when these individual incidents happen, I appreciate that you all were showing and helping personalize. If people noticed in the beginning, there was a slideshow running through, I think, honoring and remembering the individuals without their names, but 33-year-old killed, 22-year-old killed. Sorry, I do this all the time, I used to get caught up in it. But these are individuals' lives lost. And of course, if you know someone, or you read about it even, or you hear about it in your community, it touches you. But when you see that number, it almost glazes over. It just sounds like a statistic, doesn't it? And just to put that in perspective, that's 100 people a day dying in the country, 100 people a day. That is like a mid-size airplane dropping from the sky and killing everyone in that airplane. That would be news, wouldn't it? I mean, we would be shaken up. Your example of the epidemic of course, very important, hepatitis, other epidemics that we pay a lot of attention to that are, I would say, more traditionally considered a health crisis or health epidemic. Yeah, that is the front page of the paper. That is going to get all of you in government riled up, and it should. You're going to have your mayors and city councils and health officials and police and transportation, whoever's connected to that issue, whether it's something like gang violence or gun violence or the Zika virus, whatever it might be, the terrible thing that we're talking about that day. We don't do that for traffic safety in this nation, or most nations. I don't want to single us out. Most of us don't. That's not been the way we think. Because these incidences feel so isolated, right? That was a terrible thing that happened over there. What Vision Zero is doing, and I'll talk a lot more about this, is bringing it all together and saying these are not unavoidable accidents, and I hope you won't hear me use that word again. These are preventable incidents that we can prevent, and not just on an individual basis, but as a society, as government. We'll talk about that.